You awaken in a lab surrounded by robots. They say you are the first artificially created human in an attempt to revive the species after their extinction several hundred years ago. The first artificially created human. The first human in a millennium to open their eyes to the world once again. I live in a lab, and I loathe it. Living as this glorified lab rat is miserable. The robots don't treat me badly necessarily, but they can't understand. I'm just so alone. When I first woke screaming, they didn't know what to do with me. They thought I was another failure. I feel like one. After some tests and calming down my frantic brain, they explained things to me. I understood none of it. I had no prior context to compare that information to. I felt hundreds of their eyes on me as I was taught how to walk and move my tongue in certain ways to make sounds. After those eventful first moments, I was put under some machine that I know not what did. I only remember the hot, searing pain. I later understood that they don't feel pain, didn't know that the machine would almost kill me right then and there. They try, desperately, but they don't understand how being human works. I often wonder if their creator's way of life, those hundreds of years ago, has been forgotten by the robots, or if they never understood it in the first place. I know they remember some things. They speak to me in sounds I can replicate. They move their faces in certain ways to appease my primal brain. It all makes me feel worse. They have to act around me, mask their true intentions in smiles and exaggerated movements. They treat me like I don't have complex thoughts, only some sorts of primal instincts. I feel fragile too. They have bodies of steel and replaceable parts. I, on the other hand, am squishy and soft. I bruise easily, and anything sharp cuts my skin open. They tried to chip me, but it was pure agony. I almost died again. The robots have accidentally broken my bones multiple times. They don't comprehend how much strength and sheer power they have compared to my feeble muscles. I hate the loneliness. They tell me that they'll try again with other specimens. I'll get a friend soon. I don't want them to try. This mockery of life is nothing but pain. The constant low ache in my body is my only solid companion. This body is nothing but a trap that is slowly eating itself from inside out. I'm dying, and there isn't much that can be done. I can't keep much food down. My head constantly hurts, and my bones ache. I see things in the corner of my vision. They tell me there's nothing there and go about their business, like they answered a simple question. They don't understand. They communicate on some other wavelength because I know that when they look at me, they send distressed messages to each other. Sickly and fragile, they whisper. The walls are caving in. I can't move my mouth to tell them that anymore. Breathing is difficult. It's been months of this slow torture. Laying in my cot, I feel like things are too colorful. My senses are overwhelming. But if I close my eyes, I know I'll never awake again. I don't want to die, and I don't understand why. Why wouldn't I want this pain to end? The edges of my vision are fading. The door suddenly opens. I turn my head with much effort. I want comfort. I don't want to die alone. I can feel tears forming in my eyes as I gaze upon what they have brought to my room. Cage. There, between two robots, stands another fragile and squishy body. "We've brought you a friend." Their monotone speech has always hurt my ears. If only I'd made it a bit longer before this illness caught me. Is it my fault I have to leave her to the same fate? I force my mouth to move with the last of my strength. I am sorry. I'm not alone, at least anymore, so I let go and wonder if she even understood what I meant. The first human creations were a disaster, and lab work on them yielded few results. Eventually, it was found that humans are social creatures, and if subjected to extreme loneliness, will fall ill and eventually perish if not treated properly. It is a general rule now that humans are to be kept in at least pairs. Complicated Life Creation, Guide to Humanoids, 3174.